So I've been, with all this going on in the world, it's just being an empath and just it kind of soak it all up. And it weighed heavy on me. So I had kind of pulled back from watching the news because of that very reason. It just got so to the point that it was just depressing. But then I got to the point where I felt like if I wasn't watching the news, I wasn't as connected or informed, and I like to be informed. But I found ways around that other than watching the news. But today, I kind of, not just today, it's been for a while. I've been just, for lack of a better word, just disgusted and with black women. I'm a black woman, I know that, but I'm not referring to all black women, so let me clear that up. I'm referring to those black women who have somehow got all of us in this stereotype that we are all loud, aggressive, abrasive, and just unapproachable. So I wanted to come and address some of it because I think it's some valid points in what's being said about us as black women, because the truth of the matter is we've lost a lot of our own self-respect in the way we dress, in the way we talk, in the way we carry ourselves. We demand this crown, as I call it. We demand this air of respect. It's just because we are who we are. But at the same time, you expect someone to give you respect or to treat you a certain kind of way, and at the same time, you dress like a hooker. I have literally been in the gas station or out and about and seen young black females dressed in really just lingerie going out to the club. I'm not saying that in my day that I was perfect or I didn't, I dressed provocative. There was a time when I had the Daisy Duke phase as well, wearing a booty short. Okay. But at some point, I realized that the only person that I was disrespecting was myself, and stopped. I still dress provocative. I still show a little skin, just less skin, not the skin that you cover up the parts that shouldn't be seen, is what I'm saying. But back to my point. We got these girls out here that's demanding respect from people, but ain't putting out what they giving, what they want. For example, women out here half naked, but you want a man to treat you like you got some class. I'm sorry, but if you dress like a hooker, expect to get treated like a hooker. You get what you give. You put out hoe, you get hoe back. Excuse me, I'm gonna sip on my wine. Oh, that's good. We always, as women, want to place the blame on somebody else. Again, please don't think that I'm talking about all black women. I'm talking about those black women who have got the ones who are trying to uphold our black men, who are trying to raise kings and queens, not the ones who by all means are trying to do everything right. They're not trying to hold each other down. We all about lifting up, because that's really what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to point out what we're doing wrong so we can lift each other up, because if we don't change, look how far we done messed. We used to dress and act like kings and queens, and now the majority of us are out here acting like pimps and hoes and gangsters. And is that where we really want to leave our babies? Is that? Now, we can sit here all day and talk about how the problem got here. And I honestly believe the way this generation is our fault, because these are our kids. These ain't our grandkids or our these are our kids. These are the kids that we raise that have absolutely, again, I'm not referring to every single parent. I am not, because I raised mine and they turned out good. But I am talking about in general. We raised, excuse my language, we raised these heathens. The reason they are the way they are, they didn't get enough. Either they didn't get enough love, discipline, or attention, or sometimes a combination of all three. But that's neither here nor there. What we need to do now is fix what's broken. You got women, young women, running around here half naked, not loving themselves, not loving the beauty that's them. You woke up beautiful, just beautiful. But we don't value that because for whatever reason, we've let society or other people tell us that we're not beautiful the way we are. But if you think about it, they're trying to look like us, but yet we're not happy with ourselves so much that we're trying to look like them. Love ourselves. We need to start spreading love, and not just at home. And I know it's hard because you can't talk to these kids. It's hard. But if we don't start somewhere with at least one, planting a seed in one, and showing them how beautiful they are, showing them that they don't have to act like this. They ain't all these videos with them fighting and just, it's enough. It is really, it's enough. It is tearing us down. It's not building us up. I have never had people see me, white people, I should say, see me and fear me just because I'd had them look at me and think different things, but fear me because I'm black. And I say that because I'm a small female. When you see, what's intimidating about me? I'm not a big person, but I literally have seen white people back up in fear because they see me, and they see me in this stereotype that I'm aggressive, I'm loud. If they approach me or look at me the same a certain way, I'm gonna jump on them. They got to worry about if they look at you wrong. If they look at you wrong, they have to worry about the repercussions. We can't even look at and it's not just with white people, because I'm scared to bend my neck to some of these sisters out here too, because you speak and you look at them. Some of you can't even pay them a genuine compliment. They so insecure within themselves that you can't even say, sister, you look good today, without them thinking you want something from them. I don't want nothing, baby, but to pay you a compliment, because what I see is beauty. We need to get back to that. Feeding into each other. When you see a sister, lift her up. And stop condoning all of this fighting and this nasty, raunchy dressing and treating each other like we just pieces of meat. Stop. Stop it. You worth more. You definitely worth more. You didn't come from slavery. You came from kings, queens, goddesses, engineers, doctors. That's what they took us from. They didn't just take us from Africa and we were already slaves over there. We were doing things over there before they came and got us. So don't get it twisted and feel like your history started there. No, it didn't. So go back to your history, not just starting as slavery. Go back before and realize what you were before they took that from you, and get back to that. Those are the things that we need to be preaching to our kids. Beauty. You royalty. Treat each other with respect. Lift each other up. We running around here. I've seen so many videos with us attacking white people for no apparent reason. We'll see a video and all we see is the tail end of it, and we automatically assume the white people was wrong and the black people was right. I done seen a whole bunch of videos just this week alone where them white people was right and them black people was wrong. Point, I seen a video, the girl, the white lady bumped into a 15-year-old girl. Okay, really, why it even went viral or why it even became an issue. So if she said excuse me, even if she didn't, so what? It got so bad this woman felt like she had to pull a gun out on these people to protect herself. And I don't blame her, because truth be told, if it had been me, I'd have pulled out one too. Y'all running up on me, leave me alone. I'm backing up, I'm walking away, you still coming, here's what you get. And then we want to cry, oh, well, they were racist. Not every white people you encounter is racist. Stop throwing the race card every time you encounter them. I'm not saying that some of them ain't, because let's be truthful. They are. There are some, but you don't want to be thrown in a whole bunch and stereotyped with everybody else. I know I sure do not. I do not want to be classified or considered the stereotypical black woman that's aggressive, that has an attitude, that can't be approached. Because the truth of the matter is, outside of my body language and me using my hands, I'm neither of those. I'm approachable. I'm sunshine when I walk in the room, and I'm not talking about sunshine from Harlem Nights. I'm talking about sunshine as far as I bring joy into any room. I purposely do that because I want everyone around me to feel love and joy. My point here is all of this. It's just that we need to stop condoning or I can't even think of the word that I want right now, because this video is really just off the top of my head. But we need to stop putting these videos out here like they are whatever this new fad is about all of these videos with these fights and these Karens. Well, what about... So we want to talk about Karen, but we don't never want to talk about... We don't never want to talk about Shaniqua, Boom Quisha, or whoever else, or whatever else it is. But we always want to point to everybody else instead of dealing with what's going on in our own house. Our kids are a hot... I'm about to cuss, so get ready. Our kids are a hot fucking mess. This generation is a hot fucking mess, and it's our fault. So we either gonna shit or get off the pot. We either gonna fix this shit or shut the fuck up. So I'm speaking up because I want to fix it. You ain't gonna never. I'm saying to you, dear black woman, dear young black woman, you ain't gonna never find a let me correct that. You ain't the king that you desire is never gonna come your way when you out here acting like you ain't got no respect for yourself. You ain't got no respect for others. You ain't got no type of vocabulary. You ratchet, and you had no problem with being that way. What man, real man, in his right mind would want that? Would you want you the way you act? Let's be real. If you don't want you, would you date you? Be honest. When you take a good hard look in the mirror, would you date you? Hey, true. Would you even be friends with you? I can say all that because I looked in the mirror and at one point did not like what I saw. So I fixed me. So I'm saying to all you women out there, them black beautiful women, these beautiful sisters, get you some self-respect. Stop following the crowd. Stop it. Because if they all walked off the bridge, guess what? Your dumb ass following right behind them going off the bridge to nowhere. Stop it. Stop thinking, letting other people think for you. Think for yourself. And desire to want more for you. Advocate for yourself. If you want to be treated like a lady, if you want to be treated with respect, you should first be presenting yourself as a lady and treating yourself with respect. Anything that you're looking for, anybody in the world, anybody, that's anybody, you should be able to give yourself. If you're looking for love, be able to give love. If you're looking for respect, be able to give it. Have some to give. If you ain't got no self-respect or no self-love, you can't give it to nobody else. This is why they say love starts at home. Not in your house, in your home. You got to work on you first. You want your kings to come back in the house? Go back to being queens. I'm a sip. I did not intend for this to be 15 minutes and plus into the, but I sat back and been quiet for so long and just kind of watched. And you know, they say if you aren't part of the problem, or I should say correct, if you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem. So I'm tired of being part of the problem. So if it's only one person the seed get planted in, I'm okay with that. If it's only one person who finds something nurturing for this, I'm okay with that. If it's only one who got water from this, I'm okay. However, if none don't, I'm okay. Because all I can do is put it out there. It ain't gospel. It's just how I see things. It's my opinion. It ain't law. It's just my opinion. I believe that we carried ourselves better, our men would treat us better. What man, unless he, and I ain't, please, gay people don't come at me because y'all know I love y'all. I got some of my best friends is gay. But what man want to sit up with a woman talking like he do? Oh, homeboy, on my life, on my bro. Come on. What real man want? Oh, I literally saw a woman in the gas station in her bra and panties. Okay, wait a minute. She had the audacity to get mad when a man commented on her attire. Hooker, you came outside in a hooker uniform. It ain't Halloween. But you get mad because he say he got $40. You came outside dressed like a whore. And you mad because a man treated you as such. Do it make sense? I mean, if you don't want to be treated like a hoe, don't dress or act like a hoe. You want to be treated like a queen? Dress and act like a queen. You want somebody to respect you? Respect yourself. Then you'll get it. But in whatever you presenting, baby, that's what you gonna get back. Whatever you give the world as your presentation of you, of who you are. If you walking out here with the hooker uniform on, if you walking out here like you the hardest bitch in the world and can't nothing happen to you, they gonna dress you aggressively because they fear you and the way you act. And because you acting like an asshole, now all the rest of us gotta be considered assholes because you are an asshole. And yes, I said it. You were an asshole. When you out here acting like you ain't got no sense, you ain't got no home training. And again, I blame the generation before you because as parents, we failed y'all. I'm not going to give no excuse as to why, because the truth of the matter is we failed y'all. The road to hell is paved with excuses. The truth of the matter is we failed y'all. A lot of the parents in crap. So a lot of babies got raised on their own. So we dealing with the backlash of it. So I'm not saying that that's an excuse that's why, okay, everything should be free. No, this is a problem that we created. We created. We chose not to raise these kids the correct way. We chose not to give them the love and attention. We allowed the government to break up our families. All for let me see it. All for a welfare check. All for a welfare check. But we want a husband. We want a man. We want a family. But your actions don't show it. Again, you dress and you talk and you act totally different than what your mouth is saying you want. Or even, and I'm quite sure, a lot of you want more. You just don't know how to go about getting it because we failed you as parents. We did. And I don't care if agree with me or not. We failed these kids as parents because we didn't give them the discipline. Let me correct this. The love, attention, and discipline they need. Because they should have started with love. And birthing them is not enough. It requires a lot more than that. We didn't love on them babies. We didn't instill no values, no morals, no type of discipline. But at the same time, we expect them to grow up, raising themselves and grow up and turn up to be productive citizens. They are only following the example that was set before them. And unfortunately, we set a shitty ass example for them. So we need to fucking fix it. And yes, I am cursing. And if you don't like it, well, you know what? I really don't care because this is who I am. Still a lady. But this shit is crazy. We need to fix it. We need to be held accountable for what we did. Never smoked crack a day in my life. Never smoked crack a day in my life. But I feel like because my kids grew up in that age and in that area, and it's a village. So as a village, we failed these kids. We did not raise them properly. We didn't give them no love. I ain't gonna keep repeating, but we didn't. So now what we gonna do? Give them what they missing. Show them who they are, where they come from. And don't just do it for the ones that's connected to you. Because as I said, it's a village. Do it for somebody else's kid. Do it for any chance you have an opportunity to plant a seed of life in someone. You are obligated to take that chance. You are obligated to do it. It is the reason. It's part of the reason why you're here. We all learn and from each other. It is. So if you have the opportunity to feed into somebody and you don't take it, you're doing them and you a disservice. You're doing everybody around them that's connected to you and them a disservice because you had the opportunity, you were given the opportunity to make a difference and you let it pass by. So I'm tired of giving, I'm tired of letting the opportunities pass by. From here on out, I'm speaking up. If I see something, if I see there's an opportunity where I can speak life into a sister, I'm going to do it. If I see there's an opportunity where I can pull a sister to the side and just simply tell her, baby, there's a better way than what you're doing right now, I'm going to do it. And the reason I'm going to do it is because there was a sister who did it for me. There were several sisters who did it for me. Starting with my mother, my aunts, complete strangers can feed into you and you not even know it. You can feed into complete strangers and not even know it. So when you get that thought that, you know how we always say, oh, I second guess myself, or I doubted myself. Or I should have followed my first mind. That right there is the spirit telling you what to do, listen to it. Because when you look back, I guarantee you 99% of the times when you said, I should have followed my first mind. If you had followed your first mind, it went whole different. But you second guessed yourself. Every time you second guessed yourself, you lost. Just about every time you second guess yourself, you lose in some shape, form, or fashion. So I'm asking you, I'm telling you, I'm encouraging you to please, when you see the opportunity to feed into another sister, show her, do it. Show her she is beauty, she is royalty. She don't have to disrespect herself to get attention. Because as we know, all attention ain't good attention. Just like all money ain't good money. I say that for another day. About the money. That's another day. I got some thoughts on that too. But really, I just wanted to, like I said, I with all that's been going on, and we in quarantine, and even before all of this, it was just kind of, the world just been crazy. And I don't know if it's because I became a grandmother, and I literally do not want to leave this world like it is for my grandkids. I want to make a difference. I don't know. Maybe that's it. Maybe it's that I just am fed up. I'm tired. Maybe it's because I knew, because I was in a better time. Maybe because I knew that when my parents, even with all the racial issues that they had to go through, there was still a better time. A time we didn't have to lock our doors. And yes, there was a time, even when I was growing up, we didn't lock our doors. We could sleep on the porch. I won't even sit outside on the porch once the sun go down on my street. It's too many young folks. And I'm scared of the young folks. That's just it. Y'all scare me. But it's our fault because we didn't give you the love. We didn't give you the discipline. We didn't nurture you. We left you to raise yourself. So, on behalf of my generation, I'm taking this moment to apologize for the wrongs we did to you by not loving on you, by not nurturing you, by leaving you to fend for yourself and basically raise yourself when it shouldn't have been that way. I apologize for what we did to you. But baby, you do not have to stay in this mess. There is so much better for you. You running a hustle on the side. You're an entrepreneur. Put that to use. Legalize it. I guarantee you, there is somebody in you that's dying to get out, that's dying to prosper, that's dying to see and show you who you truly are and the beauty you are, my sister. You are beautiful. And again, I apologize that we failed you, because we did. And I'm not leaving out the brothers. I'm not. But this here message is on my heart because I'm just seeing way too many videos of females fighting. It's just crazy. I'm seeing too much low self-esteem, no self-respect, no morals, no values, when we didn't come from that. So I say, I just want us to do better. I hope you enjoyed. I hope it fed you in some kind of way. If it didn't, I'm sorry. Maybe the next one will. Maybe it won't. Maybe you know someone it'll feed into. Again, I'm just simply sharing my opinion and my views on how I think things are and why they are the way they are. But at the same time, I just really, really am begging for a change. And I'm calling for my generation to come together and correct the mistakes we made with the generation below us, because If we don't, it's genocide.